Farizan bin Faizal Akmal. My matric number is 03 DET 18F 2003. I'm from DET 4A. Today I went to present about Polimas students' perception on online learning. Now I want to introduce my group members. First is Muhammad Nazrul Azhar bin Musa. Matric number is 03 DET 18F 2017. And lastly is Muhammad Shahir bin Zainal Shah. Matric number is 03 DET 18F 2024. First of all, general topic is online distance learning, and the specific topic is Polimas students' perception on online learning. Okay, after introduction, I went to present about problem statement. There are 5 common problems faced by students in e-learning class, and which they need to be solved through proper initiative for the students' future benefits. Firstly, adaptability struggle. Switching from traditional classroom and face-to-face instructor training to computer-based training in a virtual classroom makes the learning experience entirely different for students. Secondly, technical issue. Many students are not provided with the high bandwidth or the strong internet connection that online course require, and thus fail to catch up with their virtual classmates. Thirdly, time management. Time management is a difficult task for e-learners, as online course require a lot of time and intensive work. Furthermore, whereas it is mostly adults who prefer web-based learning programs for their place and time flexibility, they rarely have the time to take the time course due to the various everyday. Number 4, computer literacy. Although students are generally tech savvy and thus able to manage computers well, lack of computer literacy, it is a major issue among students today. Number 5, self-motivation. Self-motivation is an e-learning essential requirement. However, many online learners lack it. It much to their surprise.
Thank you, Muhammad Farizwan. My name is Muhammad Nazrul Azhar bin Musa. My matric number is 03 DET 18F 2017. Now I want to present about controversy leads to the need for a survey. This survey is to find out the level of student satisfaction about the perception on online learning. This survey also to get the response from respondents that help us to know about that service. The objective of this mini project is to find out student perception and satisfaction on online learning. Secondly, to investigate the major problem faced by students in distance education. Thirdly, to identify what do they benefit most from this new normal. This mini project is important because the purpose of this mini project is to survey about online distance learning in pandemic COVID-19 at Sultan Abdul Halim Muazzam Shah Polytechnic. Based on the result that we had, we identified some of the service should introduce to new intake.
Okay, thank you Muhammad Nazrul. My name is Muhammad Syahir Dizana Shah, matric number 03DET 18F2024. I want to present about methodology. Target respondent for student of Sultan Abdul Halim Muazzam Shah Polytechnic. Total respondent that we get is 33 respondents. They are selected because this survey for the student of Sultan Abdul Halim Muazzam Shah Polytechnic. Secondly, to identify the problem that they face during online distance learning. Okay, next is research design and data analysis. The method to collect data from Google Form, and the duration 1 week.
Okay, now I want to present about pie chart for respondent gender. Firstly, 11 respondents with close to a half is 33%. Secondly, 22 respondents with more than a half, which is 67%. Okay, the next is respondent ethnicity. Majority respondents are Malay with 32 respondents, which is 97%. Other than that, respondents Chinese is 1 respondent, which is 3%. Okay, after that, department. We got 5 department respondent to our survey. The first one is 12 respondents come from electrical engineering with close to a half, which is 38%. Second one is 10 respondents from commerce with nearly to a third, which is 31%. After that, 7 respondents are from civil engineering with slightly more than a fifth, which is 22%. Only 2 respondents are from mechanical engineering, which is 6%, more than information technology department, with 1 respondent, which is 3%. Okay, last from my part, before I pass to my members, the last part is distance education. From the poor, have 3 respondents with below than a fifth, which is 15%. We got same result between good and below average, with 6 respondents slightly more than a fifth, which is 18%. Majority have 50 respondents feeling average, with close to a half, which is 46%.
Thank you, Muhammad Izwan. Now I want to present about readiness in learning on June 2020 for their subject. Only have 2 respondents are extremely ready, same result, which are very ready, with 6% or less than a 10. Secondly, have 6 respondents are not at all ready, with slightly less than a quarter, which 18%. Thirdly, 10 respondents have slightly ready, with slightly over a quarter, which is 30%. Then, majority is moderately ready, with 13 respondents, which is close to half or 40%. After that, this is a pie chart of device users in online learning. We have 4 devices on the survey. Firstly is desktop, secondly is tablet, Thirdly is laptop. Lastly is smartphone. Only have 2 respondents use a desktop for online learning with 6% or less than attempt. After that, have 15 respondents use laptop, which close to half, which is 45%. Majority is use a smartphone with 16 respondents, which is close to half or 49%. Lastly, there is no respondent for tablet use. Then, this is pie chart about hours on average spent each day on online learning. I have got some result between 7 to 10 hours, and 10 hours are 3 respondents with less than a 10, which is 9%. After that, 7 respondents have spent each day to 1 to 3 hours for online learning, with 21% or slightly less than a fifth. Thirdly, majority 14 respondents have spent each day with 5 to 7 hours, which is close to half or 43%. Lastly, only have 6 respondents use 3 to 5 hours for online learning, with more than a fifth or 18%. Based on the graph, the most favorite respondent on ODL is internet connectivity issue. Secondly, I have got same result between technical difficult and lack of interaction. However, poor time management have less than a fifth. Lastly, lack of discipline and motivation and physical isolation have a 0 result based on the graph.
Thank you, Muhammad Nazrul. I want to present about main advantage on online learning. The chart show that the less intimidating majority is 92%. Net for develop with self-discipline, with 2 respondents, which is slightly less than a fifth. Then for better opportunities to concentrate is 3 students more, then develop great self-discipline. 7 students choose their opinion, multiple ways to communicate with lecturer. 4 of them choose easy access to material from lecturer as their opinion. Secondly, most favorite opinion student is flexible learning schedule. Student prefer platform online learning. From student use WhatsApp and CDOS on their platform, which less than a fifth. Only have 2 respondents use Zoom on their online learning platform, which less than a 10. Majority is prefer MS Team on their platform online learning, which close a half 44%. Online learning effectiveness among Polimas students. From the graph, the most favorite vote is slightly effective. The lower vote by our respondent is extremely effective and very effective. effective. However, only 5 responded vote for not at all effective.
Okay, this is last questionnaire from our survey. What is your suggestion or recommendation for a better online learning in Polytechnic? Okay, this is recommendation from our respondent.
The conclusion of this mini project is, based on the survey on Polimas student perception on online learning, we found out that Polimas students prefer to have face-to-face class rather than online classes. Secondly, majority of Polimas students use smartphone and laptop for distance learning compared to other devices. Lastly, most of them prefer to use Microsoft Teams or MS Teams when they have online classes, and they are confident about their information to keep secure. Next, this is recommendation or 2 suggestions to solve the problem. Firstly, online students must be self-motivated. Secondly, students must team up with a virtual learning community. As you can see, this is link for our survey. Lastly, this is reference of this mini project. That's all from us. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, stay at home. Assalamualaikum.